Scott Bauer joins us, CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. What do you think, Scott? I mean, it really is a great app, but it's also now, way above its old high, too.
It is way above its old high, and I wish it was back closer, back down to where its 50-day moving average is, right around that 375 area, because if you look at a chart, technically, that area has been just a massive buy area. You were talking just now, you wish you were in when it was $100 or so. I wish I was in last time it dipped down to the 50-day moving average, because that has been massive support, but we're not there. We are at all-time highs here. So what do? When you look at a chart, you look at fundamentals, technicals here. What I'm doing here is I don't know whether it's going higher or it's going to revert back. So I'm going to sell an iron condor, and I'm going to collect some pretty massive premium because of earnings here. So I'm going to sell both a call spread and a put spread for this week. On the downside, I'm going to sell the 385, 375 put spread. On the upside, I'm going to sell the 450, 460 call spread. $10 wide both ways. I can collect $5 for that, Oliver. So my maximum that I can make is $5. The maximum I can lose on a huge blowout is also $5. What I really like about this, though, is by the end of this week, I've got a range of 380 on the downside, 455 on the upside. So $75 wide where this thing makes money. If it goes outside of that, okay, I'm stopped out. I know what it is, but that's what I am looking for. And in addition to that, if the stock sells off and it does get back near that 50-day moving average, 375-ish or so, I will put on a long delta position, an upside position.
Okay, so you'll get more directional if it drops back down closer to that moving average. In this case, you're betting on a pretty good range here. I mean, you get a wide range of outcomes you can make money on.
Yeah, it's $75, and the market is pricing in about a $40 move, one way or the other. So if you look at mine, I've got 37.5 either way to break even here. I like my chances, and again, if that move is to the downside, I'm going to be looking to scoop it up, in the 375 area or so if it gets down there.
So the market thinks that Spotify is going to have a massive move on earnings, essentially.
It sure does. I mean, the market's pricing in about a 10% move. That's a pretty big move. But I guess, look at some of the other ones. Look at Shopify this morning. You've seen it there, but you never know. And again, when I look at a stock like this where we're just all-time highs, nothing above here, just nothing in its way, it's hard to buy into that. For me, it's really hard to just take an outright bullish position, even though long-term I am bullish in the stock.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Last few earnings have been pretty good for them, generally for sure, but 10%, I would think that at this point, to the upside, they'd have to deliver something incredible, just extraordinary to get above your 455 break even.
Yeah, that user growth would have to be just, blowing the doors off any expectations here. So it could happen. There's no question. We've kind of have those animal spirits going in the market right now. So anything can happen.
Yeah, true. All right, like it. Trade seems like it makes sense. Appreciate it, Scott. Like the bullish take
Oliver.
If it dips. You got it. Scott Bauer, CEO of Prosper Trading Academy.